You know, I'm going to be real with you. There's a lot of good animes this season, and I can't come up with anything funny or clever about them. So once again, Satumi will be doing something that has never been done before. Talk about anime, while being sober. I've hit rock bottom. Next thing you know, I'll be doing episode recaps. Actually, this might work out. YouTube's been on my case for not making videos long enough for their sweet, sweet ads. So stick around for those nice ads. Please, I just paid my taxes, I can't afford. Quick disclaimer, at the time of recording, I've only watched at most 1 or 2 episodes of each anime. And if there's an anime I missed, it's either I haven't watched it yet, or I didn't care for it. Maybe leave a comment about your favorite anime this season. Anyways. Alright, I kinda feel bad when I ignored this series the first time. I didn't really look into it because I didn't know about the manga. Then people start saying how great it is. And it's pretty funny. But holy crap, the quality in this show is amazing. While it's not Nichijou in terms of animation, it's definitely a step up over your average comedy. Which is weird because this studio is known for Wincest. But if you read the credits, you'll see studios like Ufotable, White Fox, and many others got involved in this anime. I'm going to assume that Studio Feel contracted these other studios to animate certain scenes. Which if they did, I gotta hand it to the production. It's hard enough to schedule your own team to create something, but to do that, as well as managing outsiders? Whoever is producing or directing this anime, give them more work. They definitely know what they're doing. Anyways, if you haven't watched HINAMATSURI yet, check it out!
Rintaro! Hey boy, what's up?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
What?
Steins Gate? More like Steins Grade? You shouldn't watch this anime drunk. You'll only get more depressed. This is definitely a highlight of the season. Obviously, if you like the first series, this is a great addition. But make sure you watch Steins Gate episode 23 beta. That OVA is pretty much a prologue for Steins Gate 0, and if you haven't watched the original Steins Gate, you should check it out. Yeah, the first half is pretty slow, and normally I'm against animes that meander, but in this case, it's necessary to get the full emotional impact. That is, the second half. Another continuation, although it's been a while since I watched Fullmetal Panic, so I was pretty lost going in. While I respect the fact that it wasn't just a recap episode, unless you are following Fullmetal Panic from way back when, this anime won't be for you. I still enjoy it though, but I can't really recommend it unless you are already a fan. And it's been a while since I watched the original Fullmetal Panic, so I'm not in a position to recommend you the series. But I will say that Kaname Chidori is bad. It's edgy. While I'll probably reuse clips of Aya being abused for future videos, the first episode of this anime was super redundant. After 10 minutes of pain and suffering, I just wanted the anime to move on. I get it, her life sucks, you don't need to remind me every minute. I don't know. I just don't want to hurt people anymore. It's not fun. These girls got some chubby cheeks. Also, shout out to Wizard of Ecchi. I swear this show is about pianists. So this anime will be my first experience of this story, since I didn't watch the 2007 film or read the manga, and so far it's nice. It seems like it'll be a good bromance anime, and you can't go wrong with piano music. Only gripe is that the CG doesn't blend well. The piano looks fine, but the character models are off. But it's not berserk bad, so I can live with it. Also, this is just a nitpick, but the forest looks way too flat for my taste. The first 2 episodes was just a 1x1 remake of the battle at start. I mean, the battle is a classic, so I don't have a problem with that. My only criticism is that they gave Reinhardt a barbell. Instead of looking like an androgynous young adult, he looks like the captain of a high school football team. My main point is that Reinhardt in the original series did not look like a traditional military man. He looked like a teenager. So when the older admirals are criticizing his plan and calling him a spoiled rich kid, it makes sense within the context of the story. In the new series, Reinhardt looks like he can beat your ass. It's a minor detail, but good character design can really add to the story. Alright, bad CGI bear aside, this was okay. Geno Studios is pretty good when it comes to creating anime with no monies, but that does not excuse them from compositing real fire. It doesn't add to the visuals, it's just lazy. I don't have anything else to say. I'll probably watch this anime later if it gets better. It's not bad, but I'd rather follow something else. This is the same studio that made Angel Beats and Charlotte. And this anime is pretty decent. It's cute, and the racing is pretty engaging. My only gripe is that there are too many horse girls to keep track of. Also, besides Special Week and Silent Suzuka, I don't remember any names, not even the creepy trainer. But it's kind of like Yuri on Ice, where I actually get interested in the actual sport. Although I doubt any Olympic riders are going to be tweeting about this anime. Everyone is so tall in this anime. I feel like a manlet watching it. Alright, so this is a romantic comedy, and the first episode usually determines whether I board the ship or scout my ticket. And it looked like it was going to be an average rom-com, revolving around otaku culture. The anime hits all the cliches and tropes, and I was about to drop it. I mean, I liked the characters, and the directing was pretty good, but it seemed generic, and the animation was nothing special. But then, at the last minute, the ending of the first episode caught me so off guard. It basically subverted all of my expectations, and now I'm going to be following this anime. It's like an excellent example of when telling is better than showing. It's a weird exception, but it makes that whole moment so much better. The only thing I hate about this show, though, is that it's a constant reminder that I don't have Monster Hunter World. Wow, if you just get rid of Kirito and all the romance, you could actually watch Sword Art Online. The lolly is just a bonus. I don't really care about this show. I mean, if you like it, more power to you. But just like Fortnite, you'll never see me watching it in public.
What does it say?
This is a great anime. It's basically a remake of the Neverending Story, but they replaced the big white dragon with the big white guy. Wait, what? This isn't an anime? And you're only padding for 10 minutes? What? I would never do that. I would never disrespect my viewers by wasting your time. Besides, who needs mid-roll ads? Actually, I get to play God of War after editing this video. I'll tweet out my thoughts when I finish it. If I get the time to finish it.
Megalo Box, you're shopping for the rest of your life.
So far, this anime is pretty good. Ignoring the fact that there would be more broken skulls if you took a mechanical punch to the face, the art style reminds me of Cowboy Bebop and other older animes that were drawn on celluloid. It's obviously digital, but it looks old school. The boxing itself looks good, although it's still debatable if it's better than Ippo when it comes to animation and intensity. The characters are all likable. Right now they're pretty simple, but they have the potential to be great. In terms of the story right now, it's looking like a traditional underdog tale, like most sports stories. And yeah, it's not anything too new, but if it's told well, then I'll be satisfied.
I can't speak English.
Another anime original, this time brought to you by Doga Kobo, who have done many cute girl shows that you've probably used as reaction gifs. This Nikon-sponsored romance revolves around photography. I'm expecting a lot of photography gags, and I hope I understand them. Otherwise, those years of photography were a waste of time. There's not much for me to say right now, other than the ships have been docked and are ready to set sail. Now, I'm expecting the show to get dramatic because of these funeral shots, and I do believe the drama will come from the characters' personal problems, and not from the relationships. So you don't have to worry about NTR, like a certain other show. And what an overreaction that came from that community. Here's some advice. The sooner you stop romanticizing your love life, the more prepared you will be when it doesn't work out. Finally, it's time for the anime we've all been waiting for. The anime with a unique art style, from Studio Bones that always delivers on fluid animation. Now you might think this is a Japanese How to Train Your Dragon, but besides piloting a dragon, the similarities pretty much ends there. The art style is pretty simple, which allows for fluid and expressive animation, and that's one of the best qualities about animation that no other medium has. It can exaggerate its visuals in order to give us incredible experiences, like flight. It can bring life to a world full of anatomically incorrect people. And the best part about this anime? It's original. That means it's not restricted to recreate manga panels. This anime has potential to be a visual wonder. Now this anime isn't perfect. I do have some problems with it. First of all, the anime likes to tell us what's going on, rather than showing. And secondly, the dragon actually turns into a regular fighter jet. Now I feel like they did this because it's easier to animate a CG plane than a dragon, but it kinda loses its uniqueness if the dragon plane looks like any other standard military jet. But I'm willing to look past this problem if this anime can tell us a great story. And at the end of the day, isn't the point of entertainment to tell us great stories that might personally affect our lives? Or maybe just kill 20 minutes.